I wanted to give you guys a quick update of my Typhon Stomp mini skid steer. So right now I've had this unit for about 3 months and I haven't been putting it to a lot of heavy use, but I do have some hours on this unit right now. So I have about 14 hours on the unit. I did have the battery drain out on me once, and that's because I don't know if you can hear it right now, but I've been running this unit for about 10 minutes now, and the oil cooler is running at full speed. I've been actually lifting some dirt with it, so I'm filling up garden boxes right now, and I've been picking up dirt. So this pile of dirt right here, it's about 2 full bucket loads. So it's a mini skid steer, so don't expect too much volume for each pickup, because the bucket is probably a little bit bigger than one, large wheelbarrow. So it's not pretty massive, but for a mini skid steer, that's what you get. This is going to take me probably about 8 to 10 scoops. So this is actually a lot better than me scooping it up myself with a shovel and then loading up the wheelbarrow and then wheeling it all the way across the yard and then dumping it all into my garden boxes. So it makes the work a lot faster. It's a lot less stressful, but it gets the job done. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys me using the skid steer right now, just demoing what it's like, what kind of load capacity it has, and how it handles that. There are some downsides that I've seen as I've used it. I've had the skid steer kind of flip on me once before, and it flipped to an extent where the fuel line cut off, so I could not get the engine to start. So the only way was for me to actually put on towing cables right there, connect 2 towing cables to actually pull. So the unit had completely tipped over. All 4 wheels were on this side right here, so it was actually facing this way, all 4 wheels, and I had, unfortunately, the bucket way out, and because of that, the load balancing issue is why it tipped over, and I was on an incline. So I was actually way back in the backside of my yard trying to dig out a path, and it tipped over by getting caught on a vine, and my weight was the only counterbalance on this side that was actually holding the unit upright until I stepped off, and then it fell. It was a slow fall. It gradually just fell. I didn't try to stop it because I didn't want to get caught, because this is like a death trap if you get caught in there, because it's all heavy metal and you don't want to be caught in between that, because it's literally a metal box, and once it tips over, the only way out is either using the bucket itself, or you would actually have to get a tow rope and tow this thing out. Luckily I was able to tow it out using my Honda Accord. I could not get my pickup truck in the back. The space was too narrow for a turn for my pickup truck, so I just had to end up using my Honda Accord, which could do a better turn in that tight spot. So I ended up using that, and I was actually able to get the unit out of there. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this unit in action. So I'm going to go ahead and put it to some use and show you how it performs. So one of the main problems is that the skid steer, unfortunately the wheels are industrial wheels, and it will tear up your yard. So it's actually made a path where I've been using it constantly. It tears up the path. So no matter how hard you try on the controls to be gentle and smooth with the ride, if the ground is soaked, then it's definitely going to tear a path in the ground. So this is one of my main complaints about this unit. It jerks and wobbles a lot. So it's not really comfortable to ride this unit while it's doing that. So if you're using the controls in tandem, so you're trying to perform a turn on dime, it jerks a lot. And it might even throw you off of the unit itself if you don't hold on tight. So I'm just going to show you how good the light is on here. It's got the LED lights. This is the Typhon Stomp. And the light is really super bright. It's really good LED lights they put on here. So I got to give it to them for that. I do wish though the lights were pointed a little better so they would brighten up the entire path as opposed to just brightening up just the center point. But overall, I gotta say this is a pretty good unit. It does the job for a small yard. However, I do wish that I got a bigger unit to perform a lot of the tasks here. It would go a lot faster. But given the price point though, I am pretty happy with the unit. There are constraints in mobility because it's just not a tractor and it's not a skid steer on tracks, so you can't really get a full range of motion off of this thing. But overall, it's really good. I tend to use it for a lot of the heavy lifting. I've been using it around the yard. I have about a little over an acre, so there's plenty of use cases for it out here. Moving logs, moving dirt, hauling a lot of different things. So overall, I am very happy with the unit. I do have to say, like I said in the previous video, this unit does look like many of the other Chinese models that they have out there. The Typhon branding is just a sticker, so I don't really know how much of a difference it makes. But I do wish the wheels were a little better. It wasn't gripping so tough onto the concrete. I've tried buying teeth for the bucket and it's been a near impossible task. I've bought so many different kinds and I could not get any of them to match.